Because here's what I think Ja Morant is experiencing. I think Ja Morant is experiencing the fact is he's no longer relevant. Nobody's talking about him. So you sort of have this splash of attention when you get in a fight with your team. People start talking about your team trading you. They're talking about different trade packages, what teams you could go to. Then the news quiets up about potential trades for you. People stop talking about you. You're old news. Now you're just sort of rotting on the bench. So what do? After your team wins, you take a second to steal Cam Spencer's spotlight and criticize somebody else.
We're seeing guys who are made for the moment. You seem to be one of those guys. How much do you enjoy that moment? Tight game, ball in your hand.
Yeah, I'm a competitor, man. Yeah, come on now. Let's go, baby. I'm a competitor,
Well, Ja Morant found his way back into the NBA zeitgeist, right? So the No Dunks guys, they even said, someone in their chat said, Ja Morant has more No Dunks thumbnails than games played. I thought that was fascinating because what we're really talking about is we're talking about the fact that there's more news about Ja Morant than there are games where he's actually playing. He's only become, and this is what a lot of these guys are becoming, is they're celebrities, they're NBA stars by name only. Ja Morant's done. I don't know if he ever comes back. So now, hold on. Now, Klay is just done straight up because he's not good. I was watching him play defense on Luka. Did you see that? Luka just shot a 3 over Klay, over his fingertips, because Klay was playing some of the worst defense I've seen all season. Klay just doesn't have the step. He just doesn't have the ability to get his shot or defend a shot. So what I think is happening with Klay, when a lot of guys will try to keep playing, they'll try to stay in the league. So they'll play even when they're not feeling 100%. Because if Klay goes to the bench, lets someone else come in, take his minutes, all right, he's probably done. That's probably it for his career. He will be forgotten because I think any player they put in besides Klay is going to be better than Klay. So when a lot of guys sit out, they sit out because they're thinking, I can sit out because when I am healthy, the team will put me back in. They're constantly checking in on me. Hey, how you feeling? You feeling good? You feeling healthy? No? Not today? Okay. The team is constantly checking in on me, asking if I'm healthy. They're waiting to put me in. Versus Klay, if he sits out, they may never ask him ever again, hey, you ready to play again? Because they might not care. So why Ja Morant calls out Klay Thompson, I assume it's from the days when they were both good, back when they were playing each other in the playoffs, back when there was a little bit of a rivalry there, Dillon Brooks era, with when Klay was there. Because there was something there. There was a rivalry between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. So maybe it's from that, but even that, it's a little bit sad for both of them because if they're both calling each other out, it's sort of this beef that we as NBA fans don't care about because neither team is relevant. The Grizzlies aren't good, Klay's not good, and Ja Morant's injured. Okay? So I think what we're really seeing is two insecure guys that don't even really have a problem with each other. They just have lost relevance and they're mad and they need to take it out on someone. So Klay actually he goes in petty.
And then with Ja, he's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability. But
he goes in petty a bit because he goes in and he takes a dig. He says, yeah, he's talking, but he's not really He's one to talk a lot but not take a lot of accountability. Fair enough. Okay, he comes in like that. But then he big bros him. He big bros. He sort of dad figures out, you know, your mother and I aren't very proud of you style. Basically says,
running his mouth for a long time, and it's funny to run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of the story of his career so far, just leaving us wanting more. You know, we all want to see him out there and do his best, but we need that in the NBA. We need our best players to be out there, and when you're a star, it comes with a great responsibility.
He goes in on the, we were excited for you. You were going to be a star in the league, where we have high expectations of you and we've been disappointed. And he actually does sort of hit him with the, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And it kind of works, because he does, at first he's like, hey, I don't like being called out, so I'm going to take a dig at you, saying that you don't take accountability. But now I'm also going to get into the fact that you are a good player. I'm going to pay you a compliment, and now I'm going to hit you with the, we expected a lot from you. Yeah, we really, you know, the NBA needs you, and you're kind of failing the entire NBA. That's how you hit them where it hurts. So I think Klay did a good job with that. Why these guys are arguing with each other? Absolute bum fights, dude. Bum fights 2.0. So, pretty disappointing.